Hey you, welcome to my 100th video. I thought maybe this could be a special video, but really I am just curious if any of my subscribers or viewers have any questions for me, such as any questions about any videos you have or questions about me, etc. If you do, please leave a comment. Now for some reason, 99.8% of you are subscribed. Why the hell not? What's wrong with you? But seriously, if you like my videos, why not subscribe, like, and comment? If you're a new viewer, why not consider subscribing? It never hurts. Also, post any comments about any questions if you like. With more subscribers, I will at least feel more motivated to upload more stuff. Either way, I'll try to answer them as best as I could. Hopefully nothing too personal. I do quite value my privacy. I did try this last time, but it seemed like no one wanted to answer, so I'm trying again. Now, I also have some questions from my viewers and subscribers, old and new. Question 1. I know some of you like commentaries, but I personally don't care either way, or prefer not to. When YouTube's dual audio feature is complete, is that something you would be interested in? So that way, people who like commentaries can have them, and those that doesn't can just turn them off. But just so we're all clear here, I think my commentaries will probably be very short and concise, and I don't tend to talk much unless necessary. So if that's what you'd like to hear, that's okay with me. Question 2. Do you guys like the video content I'm making right now? Do you have any comments on any of that, or what? A major part of my thing is playing video games with cheats in single player games. So if that's what you like, I can continue to do that. As to why I do that, because I think it's far more interesting than some boring normal Let's Play. I really don't want to be the 10,265th person to beat insert game normally. That's just boring as hell to me. That's it for the questions. If I think of more, I'll make some community posts or something. Now, I have some video ideas, and I want to pique your interest to see what you like me to make. I will rate these video ideas on 2 criteria: priority/interest, and production time/effort. Halo, the retrospective, and why I don't like it. I have quite a few things I like to rant about, but again, I'm not that into Halo, so maybe not. The only thing I have to say is, I feel like it's a wasted potential. Or maybe this could be a 1 million subscriber special. This is for low priority/interest and high production time/effort, because I will have to provide some military historical context, which will involve a bit of research. Why Saints Row 5 is horrible. Warning, it's gonna get political. This is a low priority/interest, but with a short production time, because I believe the video will be rather short. Now, there are a lot of YouTube videos that explain how the game itself is bad, like gameplay mechanics and bugs and glitches, etc. But they do not really explain well the actual reason behind why it is bad. However, I'd rather not delve into politics, since YouTube doesn't seem to like that sort of thing. If I didn't really care about the political issue, this would be a middle priority/interest. But unfortunately, in my opinion and theory, it unfortunately does involve politics that are of certain interesting proximity, quote-unquote, let's just say. Megaman X4, no armor, no death run. I feel like this has been done before, so unless you really want to see it, then maybe I'll consider it. I would categorize this as middle interest and production time. Jedi Outcast 2 Academy playthrough. It seems like my Jedi Outcast videos are doing quite well, and I do not mind doing a playthrough. However, since many other YouTubers have done this already, do you want my take on it? This will be middle to high priority. but the production time / effort will be high since I prefer to upload the complete thing all at once rather than just one video a week, because that's my style. Predator Concrete Jungle High Definition Playthrough. It seems like those are some of my most popular videos, but are very old by now. But maybe once I get everything set up, I'll try it. Production time will probably be high again, since I prefer to upload the whole thing at once, as opposed to one at a time. Game review or video analysis. I feel like this has been done to the death on YouTube, so it's not something I'm particularly interested in doing. Maybe something like a 10-minute to 5-minute review is what I'm willing to do for now. Criticism of YouTubers. I also kind of wanted to do this, because sometimes the content of certain YouTubers produce or their channel itself start to have problems that I think need legitimate look into. But not as an attack on their person, but more of an attempt on objective and constructive criticism. But of course, this can cross into criticism of said person / YouTuber, which can be seen as a personal attack by some, but that's not what I intend to do. I know some YouTubers, like DJ Cook, does this kind of thing, but I think he's more into exposing crappy YouTubers more than anything else. I'm not doing that, but I will use an example. I recently stopped watching Doug DeMuro's car reviews after learning some new information about Doug himself, which bothered me greatly. However, there are also some legitimate problems that I come across in his reviews that should have more scrutiny, including his incorrect information on certain cars. Overall, I'm kind of really let down by this and kind of angry at Doug for doing this. But this is a low priority for me, because in order for me to properly do this, using Doug DeMuro for example, it would require travel since I would have to personally go to California to investigate a few things. Not to mention this would take a while to produce and edit. So for the time being, I'm not really interested in doing this unless I have some monetary support like on Patreon to cover for expenses like travel and camera equipment. Of course, I'm only using Doug as an example. There are other YouTubers, of course. Again, this is a low priority and requires a high production time. Lastly, are there any other video ideas that you want? Obviously limited by what I can do and record at the moment. Final. No, it's not that I don't want to make videos. There are some that I would like to do, but I am limited by time and money. But also I don't want to be a copycat doing the same thing that other people have already done, since I feel like it's a bit difficult being original on YouTube nowadays. But of course, I'm not limiting or restricting myself to video game related stuff. I do have other interests, as I said earlier, and if you saw my earlier video that I made a while back. And that's it. Keep your comments civil and respectful. There's no need to be hostile towards each other or me. I think we can do better than that compared to how cancerous it was 15 years ago on YouTube. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.